Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, and I'm here with your readings for May the 6th through May the 12th. In the spirit of getting these readings out on time, I am economizing. It has taken so much time for me to get these readings out. So what I want to do, I have been doing individual horoscopes, astrology readings in the beginning. So I'm going to do one general horoscope reading, astrological reading, and I'll put that onto every video before the tarot reading, and I'll put skip times if you don't want to watch it again, if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising, because these are your sun, moon and rising, guys. Check them all out. All the links will be in the show more section below, and all the skip times will be on there too. If you're new, welcome. I really hope you enjoy these readings and that you will come back and that you will subscribe. I want to thank everyone for all the likes, shares, comments and the new subscribers. And if you are returning, darling, I live for you guys. Thank you for supporting my channel and always coming back. I love that. Now, these readings are general readings, guys. They are for the collective. Please don't assume that everything I say in a reading is meant for you. If there's nothing in there that resonates with you, come back at the end of the week or come back next week and maybe there's something in there for you. Take what resonates and just leave the rest, yeah? So yes, if you would like a personal in-depth reading and also, you know, personal horoscope or natal chart interpretation, please click on this link. It will take you to my website and you can see all the readings that I offer. Now, on Sunday, it is Mother's Day, or as we say in England, Mothering Sunday. So happy Mother's Day. And I know in England, Mother's Day is kind of in March. I missed it. So in honor of my mum and my dad, because it was my dad's birthday on May the 2nd, he's no longer on this physical plane. So in honor of my mum and dad, I've come up with this shorter reading that's more affordable. It's a 15-minute reading, but if you click on that link and go to my website, you'll be able to see all the different types of readings and services that I offer. And another way to support my channel is through Patreon, and that link is right here. You can support this channel for as little as $1 a month. That's not a lot of money, but it's huge for me. I can do a lot with that. And it's just another way to perhaps give back. And, you know, you can make a one-time small donation. No donation is too small. With all that out of the way, let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, and this is your astrology section of the reading. This will be on every reading and the skip time will be in the show more section below. So please, if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising, or you're not interested in astrology per se, or the planetary alignments that are going on, the cosmic juices and energy that flows, skip it. Okay, so we are still feeling Mars opposing Jupiter right now, which was exact on Sunday. I'm actually recording this on Saturday, the new moon. I'm planting a seed. The new moon in Taurus is happening today, and I am recording this on Saturday. So actually tomorrow's Sunday, and by the time you get this, it will probably be yesterday or even on Sunday. You're going to be feeling that energy. If you want to know more about that, at the end of this video, I will put a link to that video where you can see what's going on. And they were individualized astrology readings last week. It's just too time consuming. It takes me a whole day to write those, so I'm not doing that. So anyway, let's go into what's going on this week. And Monday, Mercury, the planet of communication and thought process, moves into Taurus. Now it is joining the sun. And so there are 3 planets in there. There'll be the sun, There's Uranus, and now we'll have Mercury. Now, Mercury in Taurus, things kind of slow down, right? So your thinking process will slow down. You will be more thoughtful. Your decision making will be more thought out, perhaps, you know, very lengthy. You're not going to make quick decisions, because we've come out of Aries where it was impulsive, quick, you know, making decisions like that. Sometimes to our detriment, but it was fast moving. So things are going to, you know, slow down a bit. Your communication will be deliberate and very, you know, there won't be any, what do I want to say? You won't be saying things quickly. Of course, it depends on where the planet, what aspects it has in your house, in your natal chart. Natal charts are free all over the place. You want to get a natal chart, you can go onto any website and get that. If you would like an interpretation of that natal chart, you can go to my website and make an appointment, and I'll do that for you. So Wednesday, Mercury joins Uranus, and things will speed up. Right? So it gets it's like conjunct. So things get very fast. Mercury, Uranus is like really kind of lightning, it's thunder, sudden happening. So, you know, by Wednesday, you could be saying things without thinking, but your mind is working really like faster than you can keep up. It's like, zzz, you know? So you'll be quick-witted, sharp-minded, and when these two planets get together. So it's really kind of interesting. Now, on Saturday, the Sun is in a beautiful relationship, what we call trine to Saturn. Now, this is an incredible practical energy. It's a perfect, look, first of all, Saturn is retrograde. It went retrograde last. It's traveling backwards, right? It went backwards last week. It went retrograde. Now, what happens during that time, it's a really good time to kind of go over, revisit things, reorganize, especially with the Sun. It's about organization, right? And this practical energy. So it's fire, but it's practicality. So it's really good to reorganize and restructure any part of your life that you have kind of left on the back burner or put to the side, or something that's been at the back of your mind and you've been wanting to do. It could be, you know, organizing your closets. It could be all kind, you know, whatever it is for your paperwork. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm going through years and years of paperwork, and I'm trying to get rid of 7 years of it. You know, I mean, I have paperwork going back, so I need to kind of do that. This is a wonderful time to do that. Now, this is also a karmic time. And it's a good opportunity to right some wrongs and to work on anything that's been niggling you. You may surprise yourself. This kind of work that you've been putting off, you might surprise yourself by really enjoying it and getting into it, because this energy is going to support you and it's going to get you into it. Once you start, you'll be into it. And not to mention the satisfaction of completing it, you know, it's such a great thing. So if you can start something, right, at the new moon, which is Sunday, you know, Monday too, see how far you've gotten in 2 weeks when you can complete things. It'll be really interesting. So start it, guys. Plant those seeds. The new moon's about planting seeds, you know. Plant seeds of, you know, abundance, or, you know, what are you planning for the future? Plant those seeds now. It's a beautiful time and a perfect opportunity to do so. So let's go to your tarot cards reading, shall we? Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your tarot card section of your reading. And I've already shuffled these multiple times off screen. I'm going to do it one last time for you. For this coming week. Don't forget your sun, moon and rising. All the other information is in the show more section below in the description box. 3 cards for Virgo, please. Oh, there's 1, 2. Oh, that's so interesting. 2 more. Oh, one more card. Oh, darling, you have 4 cards. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. Let's go to your clarifying cards, Virgo. Okay. Virgo. Okay. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the moon for... There it is. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups for Virgo. There we are. And let's clarify... Oh, there it is. Ah, lovely. Okay, Virgo, let's look at your card, shall we? Okay, the first card out for you, Virgo, is the moon. Clarifying the moon is the 7 of Cups. Then you have the 6 of Cups. Clarifying the 6 of Cups is the Hermit. Then you have the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. And clarifying that is the 10 of Cups. Virgo. The first card out for you is the moon. A lot of people, the moon has come up for a lot of people. You know, we just got the new moon in Taurus, which is an earth sign. And we have 3 planets in Taurus. We have the moon, the sun, and we have Uranus. I'm trying to say Uranus. So the moon is about intuition. It's about psychic abilities. And clarifying this, you have the 7 of Cups. Now, this is this also, a light is shone on some kind of shadow. So it's going to light up the shadows. So you're going to see some shadowy stuff, right? And what's interesting is this guy looks kind of shadowy in the 7 of Cups in this deck. The 7 of Cups is about being a little confused and not knowing which direction to go, what to do. It's like, what is the right thing to do? Now, it could be a decision to move. It could be a simple decision to go on vacation, or what kind of job or career do I want? Should I study something? It's not knowing. It's having some confusion, right? But the 7 is introspective. That number means introspective, and the moon is intuition and psychic abilities. Now, you are an earth sign, but you are ruled by Mercury, and your keywords are I analyze. So you are in your head a lot. You need to quieten that mind. It's about meditating. It's about quieting the mind so that you can connect with that gut feeling, your intuition. Trust your gut instinct this week, particularly Virgo. It really will behoove you. Now, the next card you have is the 6 of Cups, and this is being in the past, contemplating the past. It's like looking at the past with rose-colored glasses, or it could be, you know, looking at trauma in the past. Whatever it is, you are not here. You're not in the here and now. Your mind is taken up with something that happened as a childhood. Now, you could be thinking, oh, you know, you're wishing for your childhood back because it was an innocent time, and you're thinking of it, how wonderful it was, and if you know, perhaps the mistakes that you've made over the years, perhaps, or choices, not mistakes, let's say some choices you've made, perhaps you're wishing that you had made other choices so that your life trajectory would be in a different direction. Or things could have been different for you, whatever that choice was. You may be looking at the choices that you have made in the past. Now, clarifying the 6 of Cups is the Hermit. Now the Hermit is, he's retreated from society. He has, he's voraciously read everything he can get his hands on. He's studied, he's gained all this knowledge from retreating from society. He's been in solitude to get to know himself, to meditate, to hear the messages from the ethereal realm. And he comes out of this solitude, and he comes out and he's holding up the lamp, and the lamp represents his mind. He has been able to separate himself from his mind. So meditation isn't about controlling your mind, but it is about you not allowing your mind to control you, because in meditation we call it the monkey brain, and it's going 10 to the dozen, telling you all this stuff. And the thing is about people who are ruled by Mercury is the planet of intellect and communication, right? So, and you know, when you're analyzing, you're in your head all the time, and you're trying to figure out, Virgo's always trying to figure out what the problem is, right? They're always trying to figure out the problem, because they've got to know the problem before they can fix it, right? Sometimes they're looking for the problem, and that's all they look for. So this is saying it is time to quieten that mind, to just be still, to separate. You are not your thought process. You are not your mind. You are not your brain and that incessant chattering. You're too old, you're too young, you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too stupid, you're too whatever it is that you're too of. Because everybody has that voice. And the thing is, that voice has been going off for so long in the background, you barely hear it. You're not aware of it. When you become aware of that voice, you're like, if somebody talked to me like that, I'd deck them, So you have to be your shadow side, right? Because this is going to shed a light on the shadow side. Your shadow side is criticizing. Now, not only can you criticize others, you criticize yourself more than anything. So you want to really be kinder to yourself, Virgo. You really want to be kind. You want to forgive yourself, right? This is about forgiving. This is, this Saturn in retrograde is about going back and looking and restructuring and seeing things in a different light and a different view. And you have this psychic ability right now that you can, in meditation, you can connect your mind with your heart. That is pure intelligence, right? Your mind with your body, your mind with your heart. You can make an informed, intelligent decision from there, or choices. The next card is the 8 of Cups, and that is saying that you're not completely happy with what's going on in your life right now. It's like you want something more meaningful. Perhaps some of you are looking for a second career or a different career, or your life purpose. Something is not feeding your soul 100%. And this is interesting because right next to it, you have the 10 of Wands, right? And what's there's the moon right there in the 10 of Wands. You've got to delegate. You have to drop some of your You're taking, how Virgos work through their emotions. They work. They're busy. As long as they're busy, they don't have to feel, right? So they've got to be busy. They've got to do this, got to do that. Because if they stand still and they feelings are overwhelming for Virgos, because they don't know how to process them. They can't cope with feelings, right? So you need to drop some of your baggage. And this is about taking on way too many responsibilities. And this is a perfect time to reassess your responsibilities and where you're going, and to economize, right? I had to do that with these videos because they were taking days and days to do, and they were late every week because they were so involved. And it's silly for me to do that. If somebody wants a really involved reading, they can contact me and get a personal reading, right? So I had to reassess my work and what I was doing because it was overwhelming, you know, the amount of time that it took. So this is saying you really need to delegate, you need to reassess, you need to look at your responsibilities, and you need to leave them. And sometimes, Virgo, this is your control issues. This is like, no one can do a job as good as me, right? That, you know, you're perfectionist. Nobody could ever please you, Virgo, because you're too much of a perfectionist. So this is about learning to release some of the control, allow people to make their own mistakes, and let them. They can't learn unless they make their own mistakes. You've got to allow them to be themselves. You know, sometimes you want to save the world, Virgo, and sometimes you can't save people. You know, people don't want to be saved half the time. That's been my experience. Sometimes people don't want to be saved. You know, they just let them go on their merry way, let them make their own mistakes. And look, when you do that, when you release some of your responsibilities and you start to reassess your life and where you are too busy, because it's important to step back, and the way you can moderate your feelings is through meditation, because it's that fear and those thoughts that are creating those feelings within you, right? You don't have to be it's not that terrible to feel. I'm a Cancerian. Guess what my keywords are? I feel. Because waiting, once you delegate and you release some of this burden is holding you back, Virgo. It's just holding you back. And it's almost like you could just walk away from everything and you know, this could be an impulsive thing where you're walking away from everything. You are tired. You want something more meaningful in your life. And look, you've got the 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment. This is looking, I'm really getting, this is what, look, even if you're an atheist or an agnostic or whatever, meditation is getting you in touch with your mind and your heart and your body, right? Being in the moment, quietening that negativity. You can move forward. You will be really happy. But this, to me, is a spiritual awakening that you have been on this path towards this spiritual awakening, whatever that is for you. It can be just a quiet mind, whatever it is for you. Interpret it in your belief system, because we're all, you know, it's non-denominational here, it's all inclusive, whatever, you know, you believe, you don't believe, whatever it is. But this is definitely a message for you. You need to drop some of the responsibilities, and that's definitely, you know, what's going on with Saturn in reassess your responsibilities. Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media or with your friends or whomever, and please comment. I always respond to every comment, and I love to hear from you guys. That's what I'm here for, to interact with you. That's what feeds my soul. That's what gives my life meaning. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.